Marshfield Stress Melting Club asks you to jump on the bandwagon, watch the parade, or just sit back and wonder what the heck's going on. The AMA says that 80 to 85% of all disease and illness is caused by stress. Check out this stress melting story. Welcome, Scott, and thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
No problem.
My question is, what brought you to the office? Tell me all about it.
Well, it was about 14 years ago. I was 32 years old, and I had chronic back pain, and I'd had it for a really long time, like a year and a half. And I mean, pain that never went away, and bothered my sleep, and I was taking Advil all the time, and it was barely touching it. And the doctor told me that I'd need surgery at some point, but not yet. And he said, just don't lift anything over 30 pounds. I had 2 young children at the time, both of which were, getting over 30 pounds, and it was depressing to think that I couldn't even lift up my kids. So I felt desperate and tried to think of something else to do. I didn't want to live like this forever. And so that's when I decided to try chiropractic.
So initially, what did you notice when you first came? And you did 15 years ago, so when you first came, what did you notice with your body? How did it respond?
I don't know that the first visit that I detected anything, other than I remember very distinctly going to a school function that night and feeling a surge of hope that maybe this will work. And it was the first, really hopeful feeling I'd had about dealing with that pain. So there wasn't anything the first day, but gradually over a period of 6 months, the pain started going away sometimes, and then for longer periods of time, and then it just was erased completely and never came back.
Okay. And how would you describe what you can do now that you couldn't do before, besides lifting more than 30 pounds?
Well, I just don't have the pain, and that was bothering me when I was sleeping, and it was like a constant presence. So I don't really worry about what I do.
So you can ski and travel and do all the things you love to do without being hindered by it.
Yes, as a matter of fact, that was the time when I first started skiing. After I started feeling better.
Very cool, very cool. If someone were contemplating coming in to see us for some stress melting, what would you have to tell them? What would you like to tell them?
I would extremely highly recommend it. For me, I was going from a point where it was drugs or surgery, or some combination of the two. And there's a much, much better way if you can avoid those things, because they're both really bad for you. And I sell surgical instruments, but I don't advise anybody to have surgery if they don't really, really need it. And the idea that there's a way where you could actually cure yourself, fix your body in such a non-invasive way, I'd say definitely give that a try first.
So what would you think if more people, what would change in the world if more people participated in this type of stress melting?
People would be healthier. People would know to be treated for probably more different things than they normally would think they could be treated for in this sort of situation. People would be happier.
Cool. Is there anything else you'd like to add?
No, I'm just really so happy that I discovered Dr. Holt, and it's been great. I come for maintenance now, come for occasionally when other things act up, and I kind of feel like it's going to be taken care of.
So you've got the hope now that you found the right place to go.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you for doing this. I appreciate it.
I'm happy to do it.
All right. Brought to you by the International Association of Stress Melters.